Let's talk about what our AI intern is actually good at. Just like any new tool, it has a purpose, and we need to understand that tool and what it's capable of to know when and where to use it. In this video, we're going to be showing where your intern can be used, including its 4 capability areas or key skills that we love to use it for. These are being a great writer, a data analyst, a thought partner, as well as a learning assistant. Let's break each one of them down. So your AI intern is really good at writing. They can draft first versions, edit, and polish your content, as well as helping you to get started when the blank page is just staring back at you. Personally, I use it all the time to review emails, especially when they need to be nuanced or really carefully worded. A lot of people I know, especially those who speak English as a second language, find this feature incredibly helpful. Let me show you how it works. Let's say I need to email a client about a delayed materials delivery. What I do is I ask my AI intern, can you write an email to the client letting them know the delivery will be late due to a supplier issue? Make it sound professional and reassuring. What it does is it provides me with the first draft of an email. After reviewing it, I want to give the AI a bit more context. This is for a client that I've actually worked with for a long time. Keep it friendly and confident, but still professional. This works because the AI adapts. It now knows that I want a different tone for this email. This is one of the key things about AI. It's not just a writing robot. It's like having a junior comms person who can draft options and then refine it with our guidance. One of my favorite use cases is working with spreadsheets. I can upload a spreadsheet, ask AI to fix my formulas, or better yet, create my tables and graphs for reporting. Something to be mindful of if we remember on our data security and risks video, be careful of what you upload. Is there any confidential client data? Make sure that you've read your company's data policy and what you're uploading doesn't contravene or cause a breach. So for example, I have this spreadsheet which tracks material deliveries across 3 job sites, being site A, B, and site C. It also has the material that is to be delivered, the quantity, the unit price, and then whether it's been delivered or not. What I want to calculate is the total cost that's actually been delivered to each of my job sites. I can go to AI and I can add a photo or files and upload my spreadsheet. I can then ask AI, can you calculate the total delivered cost for each site only for rows where delivered is equal to yes? It then provides me an answer with a short explanation on how it's provided that answer. What I want now is I actually want it to provide me with a bar chart, so I can just ask it to create me a bar chart. Something to be mindful of here is I do want to check my AI intern's work. So I may manually check on Excel to make sure and just do a sanity check that the information is correct, or I can ask AI to give me step-by-step instructions. Another great use of AI is using it as a thought partner. Someone you can bounce ideas off, get feedback from, or even help you prepare for tricky conversations. We're going to show you this in action with Rohan, who's dealing with a client situation that needs some really careful handling. Let's jump over to him.
Working with this owner was really difficult to work with. We discussed the same thing over and over again in each owner's meeting. He's not listening to our value engineering recommendations and keeps adding scopes. Tell me a few strategies I can think about to work with this client effectively. What do you think we are missing here? Ask me a few questions for context.
What you just saw is a real example of using AI as a sounding board. Rohan gave AI the context, explained the problem so that it could provide an answer that was contextually relevant to what he needed. That's how you get the most out of your AI intern. AI is also a fantastic learning assistant. Let's say I don't know how to do conditional formatting in Excel. Usually I go through a Google search or I watch a 20-minute YouTube video to find that 30-second answer. But instead with AI, I just ask it directly to give me step-by-step instructions. So with this spreadsheet of material deliveries, I want to highlight any rows where the delivery is marked as no, so that I can follow up with the suppliers. I can ask the AI, can you give me step-by-step instructions to highlight all rows where the delivered column is no, using conditional formatting in Excel. What it does is it walks me through like this. I can easily follow these instructions step by step, just like if I was following the instructions of a teammate. If something doesn't work, I'll explain it back to the AI, saying why it doesn't work, and try again. Or if I'm still confused at the end of this, I can say, can you explain it again like I'm brand new to Excel? AI is then able to meet me and provide instructions where I'm at.
So now you've met your new AI intern. You know their strengths, their blind spots, as well as what kind of work they're great at handling. But just like any real intern, they can't succeed unless they're set up for success. When I started my first engineering job, I didn't walk in knowing how everything worked. In fact, I didn't really know anything. What we had was an onboarding process. Someone explained to me how the team ran, how people like to communicate, and what a good email or a report looked like. That's what we need to do with AI. In our next video, we're going to tell you how to set up your intern for success using something called custom instructions. It's a quick one-time setup that helps AI understand who you are, what you do, and how you like to work so that you don't have to repeat yourself every time you talk to it.